On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. They find some open field here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nope.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right?
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Sam Darnold, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Davante Adams. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Darnold. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Davante Adams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he finds McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go play action here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Sly on for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest.
Darnold, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before the break. Darnold looking deep for Adams. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Off play action. Jones going for the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12. Open man right side is Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. Faking the give, Darnold. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, but
oh, Darnold loses it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do, but let's face it. You know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Jones, off play action. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the criticism is that he overthrew his man, but you got to give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they still have a chance to put some points on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold.
And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In motion comes the tight end left. Again, Darnold. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd down and goal. Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now receiver in motion left. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Christian McCaffrey.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Like a freight train there, Derek Notting with a sack. Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Now Darnold. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. sweep to start the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Finds his tight end Ingram. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Darnold out to his left. This is Smith with a grab. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.